Hey there, you guys. Welcome back. Well, it's getting beautiful outside. Actually, it just rained. We just had a nice, I wouldn't say thunderstorm, but a good torrential rain storm. There was some thunder. I don't know if there was any lightning, but still, it was a beautiful day, and we really needed some moisture. It hasn't rained in my area in a few weeks, so the plants are really suffering. The lawn was really suffering. We did water from time to time, but we try not to. Try to conserve as much water as possible. So anyway, I thought I'd give you a little bit of a tour of the backyard. Like I said, it just finished raining. It's beautiful. It's quite humid out, and so some things might be a little bit battered down, but everything still looks beautiful, and I wanted to bring you in. Usually right after a rain, everything looks the most vibrant, so I thought maybe the camera might pick that up. So come along with me and take a walk through the backyard. Things are looking beautiful. So let's start here with the Plumeria. The Plumeria, this is the big Plumeria. This is actually the one that was in the pot over winter, the bigger pot, and it was growing under the lights, and it's considerably bigger than the other ones. And I'm very excited. Usually I have to wait until, say hello to me in the window. I usually have to wait quite a while for inflows to start. Usually they start in the fall, but I've already got inflows starting here. There's one on this one. It's hard to see. There's also an inflow on this one here. You can probably see the little broccoli starting. And then over here, there's a bigger inflow. So in a month or two, I'll definitely have some flowers. They do definitely take a long time to really bloom, but this will I'll definitely have flowers in the summertime. Thank goodness. And down here, I just bought some annuals for my planters, for my hanging baskets, and we'll do a planting video on that soon. I got some calibrachoas. Got some really pretty colors for calibrachoas this year, and I really love this type of verbena. It's a trailing verbena. They call it, this is a lanai pink or something. And then there's a peachy color one, and there is a purple one as well. The purple one's not in bloom, or maybe this is the purple and the pink is not available. I'm not sure which one is not blooming yet, but you will see soon enough. In the next couple of days we will we'll do a planting video of that. And I got some Silver Falls. I can never say this name. Dahlia, Silver Falls, really pretty. It really just dangles. It just hangs, kind of lifeless, but in a hanging basket, if you've got it full of other things and you just want something for length, this is a really fun plant to grow. It really looks nice. It kind of hangs down like hair. Really cool. So, and I also have some coleus. This is fishnet stockings or something, or fishnet. Yeah, fishnet stockings. So this is going to be the centerpiece for the baskets, and then we're going to have the colors of the calibrachoas and the verbena. So really fun. I'm excited to put this one together, and can't wait to have you along. I also bought some more perennials. I bought some campanulas, a blue and a white, and is this a sassafras? Or I can't even say it. Rock foil. That's what it is. Mossy varieties. So, ew, a spider. Sorry, I jumped. I don't like spiders so much. So anyway, on with the rest of the garden. It always looks nice when it rains. I also have some more annuals over here. Oh, something exciting. My pitcher plant has a flower spike. I don't know whether these are male flowers or female flowers. Maybe somebody can let me know. I thought that this thing was dying, but no, it is flowering. It's getting a lot of light. It might be getting a little bit too much light, but it's adjusting well because the new leaves are a nice, beautiful green color. These ones were burned because of the big adjustment to the daytime light levels. Down here, this year I have found a lot of coffea that I really enjoy, and look at these fun flowers. They're really cool. I don't know whether the camera really picks it up, but they're really fun and interesting looking. I'm going to trim these back and hopefully get a nicer, more contained, compact plant rather than these really leggy specimens. So stay tuned for that. I don't know where I'm going to put them. I'll probably put some in with the Plumerias and see how it goes. And let's do a pan around of the garden. Clematis is starting to bloom. The tropicals are now in. And it just looks really, really full. Things are still going to grow. Still going to get taller and bushier. But this is the start. There's the other Plumerias. The cushions aren't out on the couches because it just finished raining, like I said. So the Plumerias are just starting to get their leaves. These ones don't have any inflows at the moment, but hopefully give it time and this place should look like a tropical oasis. The bougainvillea is starting to look nice. The leaves are starting to look normal again, as opposed to the really misshapen or miscolored leaves. They're starting to look nice, but still no bracts starting. Hopefully that'll happen soon, but it's really looking nice. Okay, let's start over here on the tour. Got some beautiful hostas. I like how the hostas are now growing over the wall. And I got some more trilliums, some more native trilliums. This one here is a red trillium, and this one here is a regular white trillium. So hopefully in a couple of years I'll start getting a show of flowers. These here are hostas that I grew from seed, and they were growing okay, and then I planted them in the ground, and then they kind of got scorched or dried out or something, and hopefully they'll still grow. They still had a good root base. Here is a fun begonia. This is an annual. It's a type of an escargot begonia. As you can see, it's got the swirl in the leaf. Really, really pretty. I really enjoy this. I saw somebody growing it in their garden once and I thought, hey, why not grow it in the garden instead of in a pot? Let's see how it works in a shady spot. So it looks beautiful. It's really a showstopper and hopefully it doubles in size. And then next to it we've got the yellow trillium. It's really, really beautiful. It's one of my favorites, and that's why I wanted to get the red trillium right next to it, because it's going to have similar flowers. They're going to be upright flowers rather than nodding flower, and they have the variegation in the leaf, so it's just a lot of fun to watch grow. Got little lanterns that are here for tea lights, really, really pretty. And we got a bunch of hostas. This is Appletini. We've got the mouse ear collection here. This is the blue mouse ears, looking nice. Mighty Mouse. And over here is frosted mouse ears. They didn't come back as well as I thought they would, but they're still looking okay. Here we have a Arctostaphylos uva ursi, a oh, what do they call it? Barberry or bearberry, and hopefully we get some flowers on this soon. Next to the oh, I can't remember what this is. Anyway, I love this plant, but I can't remember the name at the moment. It escapes me. It's a very, very common lady's mantle. There we go. I love how the dewdrops sit on the leaves, and just perfect little balls of dew. And then back here we have the Cypripedium Kentuckiense, and it's looking nice. Hopefully soon we see some flower buds. I can't wait to bring you along. After it flowers and it's kind of complete, I'm going to dig it up and I'm going to lift it so it's up at the same level as the rest of the plants. So that'll be an undertaking. I'll probably bring you along with it, because since we did the wall, the level of the garden rose up. So I didn't want to transplant it while it was still such a baby. I wanted to wait until I actually got a bloom, and it'll be an interesting experience to uproot that. Here are the Vanda and the Rinco Stylus, looking nice. It got rained on. It really, really loved that. So the roots are looking green. Here's the Rinco, looking really nice. Yeah, this is a Rinco Stylus gigantea, so super plant. I can't wait to see if it flowers this year. It is of mature age. I bought it in bloom, so it's just not there right now. And we've got the Thailand giant in here. Not so giant yet, but give it some time, and as you know from years past, the leaves get gigantic, but it's really fighting for this Empress Wu Hosta. This Empress Wu Hosta has giant leaves as well. As you can see, my hand's there, and this is only its second year, so these things get to be about 5 feet tall and about 7-8 feet wide, so in time it's going to be a monster in its own right. So we've got some clematis blooming here. I have 3 varieties of clematis all intermingled in together, so they give me a full season of flowers. So I've got some early, I have some mid, and then I have some late. So it'll be a full season of interest going on in here. I'll have to do something with the Hosta garden because they're starting to really get lost. I've got this one here. I thought this was called Fire Island, but it's not. It's something else. I have all the labels in here. I love how the different colors contrast with each other. And I have this one here that's really close now to the Empress Wu. But then under the Empress Wu, sorry, my camera is my strap is getting in the way. Under the Empress Wu, I have this other one it's so pretty in here, and it's so big. It's all caught up with the epimedium, and you just don't even see it. You see it in the early spring, but then you don't see it at all after that. So I'll have to move it and find a new home for it. And then I have a little hepatica that's right down by my finger. My finger is pointing right at it. There we go. Really beautiful flowers in the spring. I think I showed you a flower of that in the latest update. And we've just got some basic annuals. We've got the pansies. We've got the European ginger looking quite nice. It's starting to fill in again. It's still not looking its best, but it's looking okay. Excuse me, it's looking okay. And then over here we have the perennial bachelor button. That is a really, really beautiful one. As much as this plant is really invasive, when it's in bloom, it's so pretty, and I can't bring myself to rip it out. I absolutely look forward to it every year, and it flowers almost continuously until frost. I do prune it. Excuse me, I do prune it back, and then it does seem to produce more buds. But I usually rip out half of it every year because it does spread pretty quickly. And then here I have, I think this is, what do they call it? An Ozark something. It's a type of evening primrose, but it has a really electric yellow flower. I'm really excited to show you this every year when it does bloom because the flowers are quite large. They're about the size of my palm, and they last for maybe a day, and then they kind of go all yucky, and that's the biggest problem is these flowers are so big and floppy that they don't look really pretty after a little bit. And so we've got the Japanese maple. It's looking quite lovely. I love this one. This is the August moon. Correct me. I know that I'm saying it wrong. It's something moon. I think it's August moon, but I think that's the Hosta. Anyway, I love how it's such a limey green, and the new growth has a reddish hue to it, and really, really pretty. It's kind of like a fall color, but in the fall it's a beautiful orange. So yeah, really, really pretty. It escapes me, and last year, if you can remember, we got a lot of winter dieback, and didn't look so good. But this year looks beautiful, and it's put on about 12 inches of growth already. But as we know, maples tend to put out their main growth in the spring, and then they kind of don't do anything for the rest of the year. So I'm okay with that. But I just want to share that one with you, and so pretty, so pretty. And down here we have some lilies, and I see that we've got some lily beetles. That is what a lily beetle looks like right there, and those are really big pests. They will decimate your lily population in no time. So you want to get rid of those whenever possible. And off camera I stepped on it. I apologize for all of you bug lovers. And then we've got the gentiane. The gentiane is really looking nice this year. It absolutely looks beautiful. And this will have really nice blue flowers, the gentiane. And back here, I thought I ripped it all out, but I have some stachys. Is it stachys? Lamb's ear. I love it. It's got a fuzzy leaf. Really, really cute. Back here I have a tassel fern. It's not really looking so good. I don't think it's going to make it, but fingers crossed. I'm trying to water it really, really well. I need to come out here and really deadhead my pansies. I've been really neglectful recently, but hopefully soon we'll get that task done. I've got another hosta here. I've really been fascinated with the dwarf hostas. This one is a nice one called Hope. It reminds me of a mouse ear. And then next to it I have a little sedum growing. This is, I guess it just grew on its own. I had a sedum here last year and it didn't really do well. But now that we've raised up the garden level, it should do much better. It's not going to have sitting water around it. And then a self-seeded geranium right here. I like those. And we've got the acanthus. This is a bear's breech, and these are so much fun to grow. They look beautiful when they get big, and I can't wait to see this one get into its full glory soon enough. And then right behind it we have a beautiful iris. This is a Siberian iris, and it's in full bloom. And this one, I think the variety is called Caesar. Absolutely love it. It really pops in the fall and in the early morning. And we've got the boxwoods all over the place. This is the geranium that is self-seeded. It's got the beautiful pink flower, and I believe this one is the variety called Bevins. Really enjoy this one. I love how mounded it is. It's always so perfect and clean, and all I do is halfway through the season I'll take some shears and I'll trim it back into its form. Not because I need to keep it for the shape, but because all the flowers will create little seed pods, and the seed pods kind of look a little bit dirty. So I'm just basically removing the seed pods, and then it puts on another flush of blooms. But realistically, it doesn't stop flowering until frost. It flowers basically continuously through. And dotted in here I have gazanias. Really, really love gazanias. The only problem with gazanias is you have to plant them in full sun, and the flowers open in the sun. If it's in a shady spot or it's an overcast day, the chances are they will not open. So don't plant them in a shady spot, under a tree or anything like that, because they will not perform for you. Back behind it we've got the Pandora's box daylily, looking really nice, and hopefully we get flowers soon. And we've got some liatris going on back here, the blazing star. I believe that's a white one. And then we've got some Easter lilies back and behind there. And then we've got the miniature roses looking really nice. I believe this one's the red one. It's got much darker foliage. And then this is the pink one with the lighter foliage. And then we've got the banana. This is the Enset banana. And looking super, super, super good. Especially compared to what it looked like when I first brought it out. Do you remember that? Oh my goodness, the leaves didn't even look like leaves. And we've got the clematis here. This one is slightly different than the one on the other side. The one on the other side has more petals, but this one, I bought some cup hooks to attach it to the fence a little bit more. As you can see, it's kind of pulling away from the fence and leaning right over top of the banana. So we got the cup hooks to kind of push it back into place with some string, and then we'll move some cup hooks over onto this side and on this side so that we can train it along the fence a little bit better. And then we have this hosta here. I did a transplant video of this hosta, but I haven't uploaded it. I haven't even looked at the raw footage yet, but I might still do it. This hosta is really coming through just fine. It's beautiful. This is the August moon. This is August moon. What's the Japanese maple then? Ugh. Anyway, tell me in the comment section below. And then we have the spiderwort. I love these. It looks like they're going to start flowering anytime. These ones are beautiful if you have a shady location. I wouldn't recommend planting them in the sun because the flowers, they come out in the morning, every morning. Flowers last one day, kind of like a morning glory. Once they get hit by sun, they shrivel up. So if you go out for your morning walks with a coffee, they're beautiful, absolutely stunning. But once the light hits them, they tend to shrivel. On overcast days, they'll stay out all day. So if I can make a recommendation, plant them in the shade, where they don't get really hit by midday sun, and you should be able to enjoy the flowers all day. Over here, I have the little Dahlia garden. Very excited for this. So last year, we had that Dahlia Smarty, and here it is. There's two little spots growing here so far, and then we've got this one here. This is a big orange variety, a dinner plate Dahlia with white tips. And then back here we have Karma Chocolate, or Karma Chaka, and very excited to see these grow. I really hope that I can take some cuttings from these and have some flowers in vases in the house. Again, we've got gazanias all over the place, And over here we have a beautiful iris. It's a variety of German iris, and this is supposed to be a reblooming variety. So it flowers in the early spring, and then it's supposed to rebloom again in the fall. So I've never had them rebloom, but they were just young plants when I got them, so I was hoping that they just needed some time to mature. I will keep you updated on these because it's very exciting. They probably are all the same color. I used to have 3 colors, but they started dying. I had them in too shady of a spot, and it was too moist, I believe. So this particular species of iris needs to have the rhizome exposed at all times. So if you mulch your garden, be sure not to mulch the rhizome. They need to bake in the sun to really produce as their best, to produce a lot of flowers and growth. So that's the only downside to these, because the rhizome really doesn't look pretty. Here's another variety of Hosta here. This one's called Pure Heart, and it really looks pretty. The only problem here is notice this one has the variegation, but then this one back here, can I show you? Doesn't really have a lot of the variegation. So it happens. This is probably what the variety's supposed to look like, and then the one in the back is just the variegation reverting back to its original form. As you probably, well, you might not know, but usually variegation is a virus within the plant, a genetically stable virus, and it's quite common for a variegated plant to revert back to its usual state. And it's also possible to have something that's green produce variegation over time. So you might find this with euonymus. Euonymus is very common for reverting back to green. Usually you want to cut those reversions back so that it doesn't take over the whole plant, because it should, for the regular type will take over the variegated. So we're almost done here. We've got an agapanthus here in a pot, and that'll have pretty blue flowers. I'm not sure. I had that in the garden last year. I might not plant it in the garden this year. Here is the what is this one? This is the black orchid, the Millennium Magic Witchcraft, and it's looking super nice. I'm bringing it outside to grow, and I've got 3 growths. I got one here, here, and the big one back there, and it's already looking a lot more sturdy than it did last year when I grew it inside under lights. They do like a lot of sun when they grow, and they like a lot of water, so I water it pretty well every day, and I've been fertilizing it fairly regularly. I'm not sure whether this is a deficiency or what, so if you want to let me know what's going on here. It looks like it started off nice and green, and then starting to get the yellowing of the leaves. It might be nothing, it might be just higher light, but if you know what's going on, please let me know. And over here I have a dwarf banana. We've got this cymbidium. I've showed this in a video over the winter time when I bought that for 60% off. Really, really cute. And then we have the Alocasia macrorrhiza. And in another video, I bought this, ow, oh, I hate agaves for that, but I love agaves. They're very picky, so you got to be very careful around them. This is a agave quad color, and I'm going to do a cute little planting with this, just a little focal point pot, and we'll do that very, very soon. I have the pot ready, and I have the decorative stones. I just haven't had the time nor the ambition. And then over here we have the Amorphophallus konjac. This has not started to sprout yet, but the flower spike is gone, and hopefully very, very soon we'll see it break the soil surface. And then we've got the scented geranium. I love the scented geranium. It should be a prerequisite to have something with a beautiful smell in the garden, whether it be lavender or rosemary or a scented geranium or lemon balm or something, maybe mint. But if you grow mint, grow it in a pot so it doesn't run everywhere. And just to be out in the garden and smell the smells, it's wonderful. Alright. So that's it for the garden. This was a very lengthy tour. I apologize. It's time you'll never get back, but I had a lot of fun showing you. And leave some comments in the description. What's your favorite part? Is there anything that you would change? Let me know. Anyway, looks like the sun's coming out, so I might bring out the cushions and enjoy the backyard. Anyway, happy growing, everyone, and show me what's growing in your yard. 'Tis that season. This is the pumpkins that we planted. They're doing really, really well. I'm so happy that we didn't get a frost because I didn't want to have to replant these guys. So I don't know which varieties are which. Maybe I only have one variety popping up just yet, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4,